Greetings, everyone. I have a client right now that is an Act software subscriber, and she currently has Act software installed on 3 computers in her office, and they have a server that the actual data is installed on. So the 3 computers are looking towards the server for that data. When updates are made, all the data is really on her server, not on the individual desktops. They want to add a 4th user of Act. One of the things that came up in our discussion is the fact that their server is failing. They need to replace it. So one of the dilemmas they have is, how does this impact Act? Well, for the most part, you don't have to worry about Act and a server because Act has a service in which we can act as your server. So how does that work? Well, it's a little bit putting the cart before the horse. So she actually has Act desktop software physically installed. But one of the options is Act Premium Cloud. Act Premium Cloud is web-based software. And this is an example of what it looks like. It looks just like Act, but it's web-based. Now, my experience has been, for those of you that are only used to the desktop software, 80% of the cloud experience is pretty much exactly the same. The other 20% is stuff that you can adapt to and be taught and you can learn. Part of this process is making sure you have a decent internet connection. But on that note, you don't have to necessarily make a decision between the cloud and the desktop software. The desktop software is approximately $450. The cloud is $360, so it's $90 less every single year. And it is a subscription. So there's a savings there. The thing I like about the cloud version, it's Act via web browser, and it's easy to implement. It eliminates expensive IT servers and support. You don't have to buy a new server and deal with everything that comes along with that process. So it's really easy to work with. But let's say for whatever reason, you aren't 100% satisfied with the cloud version. Well, for an additional $120 per user, you can also have what's called desktop sync. And what does that mean? What that means is this. You will have the cloud version of Act, and you will have Act physically installed on your computer. The way the data stays together or in tune is through synchronization that can happen hourly, or you can manually push that synchronization. Typically for my clients, I set it up to happen once an hour, and you can do it during business hours. You could have it do it 24 hours a day if people are in different time zones. So now you have Act Premium Cloud for $360, the desktop sync for $120 for a total of $480. She's paying $450 just for the desktop version. She has to deal with a server. So what this does is a very affordable solution to make Act work, whether you can work with the cloud, or if you make a decision you don't want just the cloud, you can do desktop sync. So again, instead of having Act in 3 computers looking at her server, the way it would look is this. All 4 computers would synchronize with the cloud version of Act. The cloud version comes back to the individual computers and back and forth. So that 4th computer, we don't have to have her get a server. She can take that out of consideration. That is a heck of a lot less expensive than buying and maintaining a new server. So this is a real option. If you're thinking about Act and you're trying to weigh all your options, take a look at this. Thank you very much, everyone. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me, and I'd be more than happy to explain this in greater detail. Thank you. Have a great day.